somehow we've all adopted this, what I call perfection grid, zero tolerance grid. You know, we make a mistake and it's like, ah, man. There is no perfection in this world. It just doesn't exist. Excellence exists. Excellence means you're always going to make mistakes. Always going to make mistakes. And how you deal with it reveals your character. Right? How you deal with it reveals your true inner character. You know? If you start beating yourself up for making one mistake and thinking, wow, now I've blown everything, then you really gotta look at that. And you really gotta look and see if you're on a perfection grid, really and truly internally, or an excellence grid. Because if you're on a perfection grid, you judge yourself super harshly. And then you project that judgment out, and you judge everybody else super harshly. Because one and done, you know? That's a harsh way to live. That's a harsh way to live. So, the last thing I want to say to you is, raising your skills is a tremendous challenge. All of these things that I'm talking about to tuners, I know it's a challenge. It's like, Jesus, he's asking me to do all this stuff. Or, I'm not. I'm offering it to you because I want you to have a good time. I actually care whether you have a good time or not. Because a good time means people will like you more. People will trust you more. Look, how you are inside when you do this work is the most important thing. It's way more important than any tool. It's way more important than any business little trick you can use, all of that. Your internal state of being, when you show up at that person's house, or when you show up at that recording studio, or when you show up at that church, or when you show up to your client and look them in the eye, how you are in that moment is probably the most important thing about your business. Mm-hmm. You hear what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Yeah.
And if you can be enough of a warrior in your life to shelve your issues that literally shift your internal state of being before you roll up, then guess what? This is the real secret of all of these classes I teach. If you can, no matter what, quote, challenges, unquote, circumstances, things are happening in your life, if you can actually put all that away and realize how grateful you should be to be just breathing and being able to walk up to a door and have all these skills and be able to put food on the table, my God, you're in the titanium section of this earth, right? So if you can hold on to that experience rather than my wife yelled at me or my kid threw up all over my feet, or the mortgage is, you know, where am I going to get that payment? Your business starts to soar. Because, look, you'll think about all that other stuff by osmosis, right? This is a professional situation, and you should cowboy up. And that means you should shift your internal state of being to something that is happy to be here, is a happy camper. Because human beings will suss that out in 2 seconds. Okay?